fever and cough or sore throat, stay home.
I'd say 95% chance this was manufactured, came out of a laboratory.
Emergency rooms are being overwhelmed with patients.
The CDC is projecting a fatality toll ranging from 5 million to as many as 150 million in the next 6 to 8 months.
Mandatory quarantines have sparked civil unrest. Families are being ripped apart.
Containment is not very likely.
Prepare your families, know your evacuation route.
The survival rate is now approximately 1 in 500.
Violence erupted in the city center tonight, the third incident in as many days.
Martial law has been declared in 28 nations, including the U.S. and Canada.
Reactors overheating. We can't stop a meltdown.
Our generator lost its power.
The collapse of anything resembling civilian order.
Due to the extremity of the simian flu crisis, all regular government functions have been suspended indefinitely.
Profound, isn't it? That's a 5-year-old video that we just took a few samples from. How are y'all doing? Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Skeptiphobia with Brand. So, I know I look crazy, don't I? Well, I'm just coming back from a party. Social distancing party. Where it was Hawaiian themed, and I don't have any Hawaiians, but it's part of America. I got this cup over here. Let me get this cup, because I know I'm going to get thirsty. So, welcome back. We're here to talk about the Rona. And it's been about, 3 months of quarantine? Man. Economic collapse and social tensions and families and can't see anybody, and if you do, it's only a couple people. Man. So before I went off a little crazy. Man, I keep hitting that. I'm gonna have to move that. So I got some notes this time. Got some notes. Got some note cards. Alright, there was a little cut there because I was pouring my drink. So I got my notes. So, Wuhan, China started experiencing COVID-19, the coronavirus of 2019 strand that had been, origins have been questionable. And that's always fun to speculate and be skeptical about it. It's all the fun. It's so fun. So, in December, it started to come to the most other countries very quickly, right? But when it came around in Wuhan, I was skeptical from the start of its, I don't know, just skeptical. Oh, it's inflated, just like everything, the news inflates everything. That's part of the whole being skeptical. So there was a Simpsons clip called The House Cat Flu, where it had multimedia giants collaborating behind the scenes, and I'm going to play it. I don't know about copy strikes and stuff and how it works on podcasts. So I just rip the audio from the video, and I'll cut bits of it out so I can put it up on YouTube. I only edit for ums and uhs, and everything's gonna try to be authentic. And here we go with House Cat Flu from The Simpsons.
I'd like to call to order this secret conclave of America's media empires. We're here to come up with the next phony baloney crisis to put Americans back where they belong, in dark rooms glued to their televisions, too terrified to skip the commercials.
Well, I think...
NBC, you are here to listen and not speak. I think we should go with a good old-fashioned public health scare.
A new disease. No one's immune. It's like the summer of the shark, except instead of a shark, it's an epidemic. And instead of summer, it's all the time.
You hear that, man? It's like nobody watches movies or applies television fiction to real life, where there's corrupt government people working with. There was like in the Punisher, it was in there. There was a metaphor in there. And Luke Cage, when there was the crossover, and man, was it Luke Cage? It was Luke Cage. That's what it was. Let's get back into the house cat flu.
We do have standards. This can't be a made-up disease. The only moral thing to do is release a deadly virus into the general public.
So, man, there's a Criminal Mind episode where they go get the DHRAX. I don't know how to do all that either. So, man, it was like Spencer got, and then they tried to take the guy to jail, but the military was going to take him, and they made him work for like the CDC, and they took his strand to like the bottom basement. Like it was like a giant warehouse with walls filled with just viruses, and I'm just like, man, if you watch like a James Bond movie where they're running, or The Rock with Nicolas Cage, the Tiger King, there are things that they got that could get out because like James Bond running through the streets, and it falls running through China, you know, what happened 3 days up to the whatever, you know. I just like to think about like even in video games, you'll steal from a guy, he's walking, he's a non-active player. I'll just give him a life. I just stole the money he needed for food or something, and I'll just give people a life before I'll think what happened way back, what led to this, and it's so fun. Let's get back into house cat flu.
Yeah! So we've got our deadly disease. Now we just have to blame it on something that's in every household, something that people are a little bit afraid of already.
We're all in our households, and we're all afraid of each other already. How do you keep your neighbors apart more? Keep the community, separate everybody more. You can't, like, you sneeze and cough in public. You're being offensive, and you're dangerous. You already live as enemies with your neighbors. We all live as enemies walking through the grocery store. Light smiles and nods. And there's some states that don't do that. I've been in other states that did not make eye contact and like nod and wave, and I was like, oh, it's a regional thing. Ooh, that was tough.
House cat flu is coming, people. The Center for Disease Disinformation predicts with some degree of probability that the house cat flu might spread. Springfielders are advised to stay tuned for more information if they experience any of the following symptoms: mild thirst, occasional hunger, tiredness at night.
The sniffles, cough, scratchy throat, sense of smell and stuff. But I was so skeptical in the beginning. Of course, I understand the severity of the virus, and I treat it with respect. I wear the mask to be conscious of other people in public. And hand sanity, you know. I know, man, many people have died with pre-existing conditions, but I don't think there should have been a blanket shutdown, you know. That's just me. We know there needs to be a workforce and an economy, and if it's a manufactured incident, and we could crush the American economy, because 1776, since its creation, it's been under attack. The masks, what did the masks lead to? If we all wear masks and it's a fashion statement, there's people making money off the masks, then there's anonymity. Since the beginning, people started stealing stuff and like not charging folks for stealing more than up to a certain amount in some states, like Philadelphia, I think. And then you have to get people talking about you have to get corona tests and have an ID bracelet or chip or phone, because your phone is your chip. You don't go anywhere without it. You already paying for stuff with your phone. Let's see if I get to that. More to separating each other. Yeah, one of the goals is, he said it, keep them inside, glued to the TV. And I always talked about that like make the world look worse so you stay inside. The fictional world will be better, like AI world, VR world, you know. Consume, stay at home and buy stuff online. Look at all this stuff I bought online. That's what they want you to do. They want you to give some money. There's some of that bread. We took away the circus, but the circus is coming back. The NBA is coming back in a bubble site. So it's gonna lead to like people moving to bubble sites where there's coliseums to keep the people happy and man, just all the separation. You're already separated. You already live as enemies. Manufactured economic destruction. Covered that. Cool. Wearing the masks and social distancing and staying away from people. Tamagotchi 6ix9ine. You know, wearing rompers like like girls. You know, face tattoos, rainbow hair. Trying to influence all the young coming up kids. They see his life. He's making money. He's influential. And he's influential and he's made snitching cool. What's that song? Gooba? What's that song? Y'all mad, y'all mad, y'all mad. I don't even remember what he's saying because I don't listen to that. But so making snitching cool. Masks, social distancing, financial incentives to tell on people, like it's all spinning. It's all spinning. It's been a year of spin all year long. Brown shirts, blue masks. Aha, yeah, brown shirts and blue masks. That's what I was getting to. A bullet point of these. I have to get back to my thoughts. So the brown shirts is like the kids running through in Nazi times, telling on folks, and it's the youth to change the future. And I've been around someone being like, "I'll give you money to tell on folks," and that's tough. Self-policing population, where the citizens are the prison guards. There's a quote. I can't remember. I didn't know how to look it up. But that's the goal, where you don't have to pay for policing. I always thought that the corona was a soft martial law, where without the military. You know, I thought that was the goal: self-policing population, and stay away from your friends and family, grandmas, grandparents. Don't let them tell you that like what's coming up has already happened, and there's all kinds of ways to learn from the past, and those who don't learn from the past repeat it. Man, so many grandparents are just locked down. Lockdown is tough. Building the powder keg, stressing the population for months with no money, no work. Building the economy for 4 years and crashing it down. Let's just crash it right before there's an election. Let's just crash the workforce, the amount of people. And oh my God, oh, it's so tough to talk about. Everything's so nuanced and twists and turns and flips and ups and downs and sleight of hand media spin is what I'm getting to. Just bombard the public with information to keep them confused and build stress. Wear the mask. Don't wear the mask. Stay inside. Some states are opening, and those states aren't doing too terrible. There are cases, of course, but it's not like everybody thought it would be. You know, look here, I have to touch everything so delicately. Can't touch. Everything's made of glass when you talk about it. But I always talk about self-policing populations. The powder keg's been built, all the stress. He only gave everybody $1,200 for 3 months. That is tough. so the media will slide a hand. I always think like, man, what's going on over here is so loud and so in everybody's face that what's behind the curtain, what's behind the scenes, what bill's being passed that nobody's talking about over here, what's 25 or 250 people thinking and passing without nobody knowing. So at the same time of riots and looting, there was Hillary possibly being in the news, and we couldn't have that. No, that's just sleight of hand. And what other things could be behind the curtain? She was supposed to be just questioned. It's like a deposition. It's like a conversation. It's not being tried or anything. But the news it's not that big a story. Let's see what's fires and the world's burning over here. I'm fortunate enough to be in a state that's open and participating in the economy. And I'm sorry for everyone affected, because there are businesses that aren't going to come back. Like restaurants. I feel so bad. Support your local restaurants. Yeah, I think I got most of my points out. It's probably going to be a short video. Got lots of edits because of ums and ahs and finally working with note cards. But I can't wait to be better for you and me. It's a show about progress and skepticism and satire. But yeah, there's going to be some chops in this one so I don't get copy strike. So follow me at Skeptiphobia on YouTube. At Skeptiphobia on Twitter. And send me an email at Gmail for topics and points and criticisms. And yeah, man, I think I did pretty good this time. So I appreciate y'all. Let's get through all this together. We'll see y'all later. Aloha. Right?
Those who aren't killed by the virus will probably die in the fighting. So maybe this is it. This is how it ends. Pretty soon.